Hi everyone, how are you my dear children? Hope you have understood the principal focus and the focal length for convex lens. Today we are going to discuss principal focus and focal length of your concave lens. So this is the picture or the image I have drawn for the concave lens, and this is your principal axis, and you know principal axis is the imaginary line drawn connecting two center of curvature. Okay, since it is having, this concave lens is having two refracting surface, so obviously it will have two center of curvature. This thing already we have discussed in my previous lectures. Okay, since it has got two center of curvature, there has to be two radii of curvature also. Okay, and this is O is your optical center. Optical center is nothing but the center of the total aperture. Okay children? Okay. Now let us consider this incident ray. This incident ray of light is parallel to the principal axis and it is striking the surface. This refractive surface strikes at this point. Okay, at this point. Now how it will bend, how it will get refracted. Let me help you to understand. Now this is your medium air and lens is of glass medium, and again this is your air children. Clear? Incident ray of light is going from medium air to glass medium. That means it is going from rarer medium to denser medium. When the ray of light will go from rarer to denser, it will bend towards the normal. Now how to draw the normal for the curved surface? I have already discussed in my previous lectures. If you don't understand, please go back and see all those videos. It is very easy. The point where the light will strike, join that point to the center of curvature. So this is your normal now. Clear children? This is your normal. This is your normal. Then you can say it is striking at this point. There are two center of curvature. Then which center of curvature we should join to this point? This refracting surface children is part of this total sphere. So the center of this sphere, the center of this spherical glass surface is the center of curvature for this part. That's why for the normal, now we will connect this point where the ray strikes the surface to the center of curvature. Now what will happen? Rarer to denser. So it will bend towards the normal. If there is no other medium, the ray would have been passed like this. Since it is going from rarer to denser, the ray is bending towards the normal, as you can see. This is the bending towards the normal and this is your undeviated ray. Clear? Now what will happen? Again when it will strike at this point for this refractive surface, now this becomes the incident ray for this diffracting surface. So when it will strike at this point, again the light ray has to go from denser to rarer. If it is going from denser to rarer, it will away from the normal. Then how to draw the normal? At this point, again join this point to the center of curvature. This is your normal now children. Okay? Then why we are considering this center of curvature, not this center of curvature? Because this part of the lens, this refractive surface is part of this spherical surface and this is the center. That's why we'll connect the point where the ray strikes to the center of curvature, then it is your normal. If there is no change in medium, then this ray would have been undeviated like this, would have been moved like this. Since it is changing the medium, so the ray, this ray will now bend away from the normal. Since it is the normal, this is the undeviated ray, so it is going away from the normal. So now this is your refracted ray. Clear, children? Okay. Now let us consider another ray which strike this surface at this point, which is parallel to the principal axis. Then what will happen? How it will bend? Then immediately we have to draw the normal. How to draw the normal? Join this point to the center of curvature, and this is your normal now. Okay, children, this is your normal. If there is no change in medium, this ray would have been passed like this, undeviated like this. Since there is change in medium, it will bend towards the normal. Now see, it is bending. This is your normal ray. This is your undeviated ray. Now it is bending towards the normal. After bending towards the normal, the ray is again striking at this point at this refracting surface. Then again it will change its path, because again the ray is changing the medium from denser to rarer. So when it is changing from denser to rarer, the ray will bend away from the normal. Then at this point we have to draw the normal. How to draw the normal? Join the point where the ray strikes to the center of curvature. So this is another normal. Okay? And if there is no change in medium, the ray would have been undeviated path like this. Since it is changing the medium, the ray will bend away from the normal. So it is going away from the normal. So this is your refracted ray. Okay, children, this is your refracted ray. Then just join this refracted or divergent ray back like this. When you join produce back like this, it will meet at this point on the principal axis, and this point is your focus. This is your principal focus. This is your principal focus. Clear, children? Is it clear? How to get the focus? Now, since there are two refracting surface and we are considering the ray of light incident from this side, left side. So you are getting the focus over here. Now if you will change the direction, like if the ray of light will come like this, then where will be the focus? Let us draw that focus. Before doing that, see children, here the ray of light is, they are not meeting at real point. We are only producing the ray of light like this. So this is not a real focus. This is a virtual focus, children. This is virtual focus. Is it clear? Since we are producing this divergent ray back and they are meeting at the principal axis on this point, so this focus is a virtual focus. Okay? Now what is focal length? Tell me children, what is focal length? Nothing. Focal length is nothing. This is the distance between the optical center and the focus. So this is your focal length. Clear? Okay. Let me draw the other way around. Hope you have understood this. Now let us see how if the rays of light incident on the concave lens from the right hand side, how it will be. See, this is your concave lens. Okay, this is your principal axis. Now ray of light is coming like this. Okay, so when it will strike the surface, it will diverge like this. It will diverge like this. So what you will do? Produce back. Produce back. Now this is your another focus. Okay, so we are having two foci for the concave lens also, like convex lens. And one more thing, you can see this is similar to your convex mirror. The properties are similar to the convex mirror. What is the focal length over here? This is your optical center. The distance between the optical center and the focus is nothing but focal length. Clear? And how will denote the focal length? small f. Okay, since the rays are getting diverged after refraction, it is called diverging lens. So concave lens is also known as diverging lens. Hope I am clear with this focal length and principal focus. Now let us try to understand what is the first principal focus and what is the second principal focus. Here first I will discuss the second principal focus. Why second principal focus? Because it is very important. Henceforth we will deal with second principal focus. Let us consider for the convex lens first. This is your convex lens and this is your principal axis. This is your optical center. We have discussed this thing in my previous lecture. Now the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis. That means object is at infinity. So after refraction they are meeting at this point. Okay. This is your second principal focus. Second principal focus, children. Clear? This is your second principal focus. So that means here you are getting your image. Clear? If rays are coming from infinity and that is parallel to the principal axis, that means object is at infinity. So image is formed at the focus and this focus is called second focus. And in case of mirror, always we have discussed how to take the positive and negative things. From left to right, this is positive. Okay children, and this is your negative sign. Now rays of light going from left to right. Okay children, how you measure the focal length? See, the focal length is also from optical center to focus. So this distance, focal length, is also in the same direction as per your incident ray. So here the focal length, your f2 is positive. Clear children? Here f2 is positive. Okay. Now let us see in the case of concave lens. What is the second principal focus? For concave lens, let us draw the concave lens like this and the principal axis. Okay. Now incident ray from infinity parallel to the principal axis. So they will diverge like this. They will diverge like this and join back. When it will produce back, here, let me draw. Here you will get your second principal focus. Clear children? This is your second principal focus. Let me do it clearly. This is your second principal focus for concave lens. Okay. Now this is positive direction. This is your optical center. So your focal length is from optical center to the focus point. This is your, you can say, focal point. So your f2 is negative for concave lens. Clear? These divergent rays when produced back meet at a point on principal axis, and this point is known as your second principal focus. And here you are getting your image. Clear children? This is very important. We are going to deal with this only while dealing all the numericals, all the image formation and everything. Okay? Clear? Now we will discuss first principal focus. we'll discuss now first principal focus. Okay, now let us consider for the convex lens. O, optical center. Okay, now the ray will start from here, clear, and after striking it will refract like this. This point is your first principal focus. First principal focus. What is happening in this case? If the rays of light coming from this point, that means object is at this point. So after refraction, it will emerges parallel to the principal axis. And this point is called your first principal focus. What does it mean? That means image is formed at infinity. Clear, children? Is it clear? Now this direction is positive. Tell me what is the focal length, whether it is positive or negative. It is like this. So focal length will be like this. So this is your negative. So first focal length will be negative. Clear? Now let us consider for the concave lens. Okay, children? Okay. Now the rays will go like this. Okay. Now the ray will go like this. It will strike like this. Let me do the produced back. So it will, after refraction, it will clear, children. So this is your first principal focus. What does it mean? What does it mean? In this case, this is your virtual position of the point object on the principal axis, and image is formed at infinity. Image is formed at infinity. Is it clear? This is the first principal focus. And tell me about the focal length, whether it is positive or negative. See, this is your positive direction and focal length f1 is positive in this case. The first focal length for the concave lens is positive, for the convex lens is negative. But we are more concerned about the second focus. In the second focus, for the convex lens, the focal length is positive, and for concave lens, the focal length is negative. Hope I am clear with this. If any doubt, please let me know. Leave a comment in a comment section box so that I can address your doubts. Okay, children? Hope it is clear. Now in my next video lecture, we are going to discuss the formation of images by a convex lens. Okay? Thank you, children. Thank you for watching. Take care.